Science 24, Unit A, Chapter 4, Reactions and the Environment, Section 4.2, Acid-Base Reactions. The combination of an acid and a base is, the reaction of it together is called a neutralization reaction. The acid and base react together to form a salt and water, and the pH gets closer to 7, which is neutral pH. This occurs in your body, in the environment, and in industry. In your stomach, cells release hydrochloric acid to help digest food. Hydrochloric acid could eat away at the lining of your digestive tract, but this is prevented by the secreted mucus that contains a base. The pancreas produces sodium bicarbonate and injects it into the small intestine, and again that's a neutralization reaction. And in the small intestine, sodium bicarbonate from the pancreas and the intestine cells neutralizes stomach acid, so it doesn't eat away at the lining. And that neutralization reaction written out here, we have hydrochloric acid dissolved in water, sodium bicarbonate, and those are the two reactants. The products are sodium chloride, just regular kind of table salt, water, and carbon dioxide. In the environment, natural limestone, which is called calcium carbonate, is a base used to neutralize lakes that have been acidified by acid precipitation. It's called liming, so adding lime or limestone to a lake. Calcium carbonate is added to the water of an acidified lake to raise the pH and get it closer to neutral. It's a temporary fix, of course, because more acid precipitation, acid rain or whatever, will reacidify the lake. So we need to look at a way to decrease the acid rain. In industry, acidification can be permanently prevented by preventing acid precipitation from forming. Sulfur and nitrogen oxides are responsible for high levels of acid deposition. Sulfur dioxide is a major byproduct of many industrial processes and of the combustion of fossil fuels. One way to reduce sulfur emissions is to burn less fuel. Another way, of course, is to remove the sulfur from the fuel before it is burned. That process is the process of removing is what we're going to talk about here. We want to burn sweet natural gas, that is natural gas without sulfur in it, or where the sulfur has been removed. Coal produced in some areas contains sulfur, and so a scrubber is often installed on the smokestacks of industrial plants that burn coal. And the scrubber removes sulfur compounds by both chemical and physical processes. It removes the sulfur compounds that are formed during the combustion of fuel before they get into the atmosphere. Scrubbers remove the sulfur from the emissions, as I said, before it reaches the atmosphere. And here's an example of a scrubber. We have contaminated gas going into it. We have liquid being sprayed in that absorbs some of the it becomes dirty liquid here. It absorbs some of the nasty chemicals we don't want here. And so then the liquid collects down in a reservoir at the bottom, and there's an outlet for that, and it gets cleaned or disposed of. And then we have a cyclone here, basically a cyclonic mist gas separation movement, and that helps to precipitate out more of the sulfur as well, and then hopefully by the time it gets out the top and into the atmosphere it contains less sulfur. And that is section 4.2.